So thank you. Thank you so much for coming. It's good to see some old faces, some new faces. So while we get started, of course, the first step is to get comfortable. So whatever that means for you, if you have a bed behind you, you can lie down, maybe on your yoga mat. You can also stay sitting just like me. And I believe our music sounds great. So let's get started as long as you can hear me okay. Just as a brief introduction, my name is Amy Baack, and I'm a yoga and meditation teacher, as well as a wellness writer. And this is my absolute favorite thing to teach, to be honest, is meditation. I think it is so, so powerful and really offers so many benefits. And it's the one thing that we need most of all is this time to slow down, because most of the time our days are just going nonstop. And I want you to know, especially if you're newer to meditation, that you can't do it wrong. You can't be bad at meditation. So as we go into this, especially if you're newer, just know that whatever comes up for you during this time is okay. We're going to take the next 30 minutes just to focus on ourselves. But while you're in meditation, the goal is not to empty out your mind, to try to stop your thoughts altogether. That's physically impossible. But what we're going to do, I like to use the analogy of cleaning out an old kitchen cupboard. So we're going to go through your mind, that's the cupboard, and we'll find things that don't need to be there anymore. Expired thoughts. So thoughts that are holding you back, like fears and anxiety. And we're going to make sure that everything is nice and tidy up in your brain before you go off into the rest of your day. So whenever you're ready, we'll get started. Go ahead and get comfortable. And I want you to know that you don't need to keep your eyes closed unless you want to. If you find that that is more distracting, I encourage you just to keep your eyes open and maybe softly gaze at a specific point. The goal is not to fight yourself during this process, but rather to just explore and see how you're doing. So go ahead and relax your shoulders. Try to soften your forehead and your jaw. Closing your eyes if you'd like. Just start by taking some really deep breaths in. Breathing in through your nose. And then maybe open your mouth to sigh it out. Let yourself arrive in this space, letting yourself be right here, right now. We are here in this moment on Wednesday morning. You have absolutely nothing to do. You have no responsibilities, no pressures, nothing to worry about during this time. Let's press pause on the rest of the world, on whatever happened before you got here, letting go of thoughts about what might happen in the future. And really feel how you are in this moment. You are alive right now. You are taking a breath in and out. and notice how that feels in your body. If you find that you feel at all uncomfortable here, go ahead and adjust. Let yourself relax. And I want you to start to really focus in on your breath, so much so that you let all of your other thoughts start to melt away. How does your breath feel as it goes through your body? And can you deepen it here? We're going to try to slow down the inhales and exhales. And I want you to think about sending the breath all the way down to the lowest part of your ribs. It might feel a little bit challenging to breathe that low. Notice if anywhere in your body feels like the breath is stuck, or it's a little difficult to breathe that deeply. And that's perfectly normal. We tend to breathe very shallow up in our chests. So it can feel a little bit weird to try to send that breath deeper. But know that just because it feels a little bit uncomfortable doesn't mean you're bad at it. Just keep trying. Imagine inflating your entire body like a balloon, expanding in all directions, front, back, and the sides, letting everything expand as you inhale. And then everything in your body relaxes as you exhale. Start to allow your legs to become heavier. And then your hips. Feeling nice and relaxed through your stomach, through your core, all the way up to your chest. Can you start to expand a little bit more? Maybe sit up straighter. Open up your heart space. Keeping your arms nice and heavy by your sides. Everything in your body completely relaxed. Keeping that slow breath in. A slow breath out. Now, I just want you to notice where your thoughts are racing around to this morning. Like I said before, our goal is not to silence our thoughts, but rather to become aware of them and to start to take inventory. Our brains are constantly going. They're either thinking about what happened in the past, just replaying old scenes over and over. Or they're thinking about the future, creating anxiety, trying to imagine future scenarios. Or they're here in the present, but adding commentary. This is usually when we have thoughts that are directed at ourselves and aren't always the kindest. So just notice which of those types of thoughts you're having right now, without any judgment. Just becoming aware of the habits that are ingrained in your mind. Now try to let all of that go and just bring your attention back to your breath. Right here, can you take the deepest breath of your entire morning? Nice and slow. Try to send that breath all the way down your spine, maybe feeling your back press into your chair or the ground. Let yourself release any tension in your body as you exhale. That is the cycle as we meditate. We find something to focus on, and then catch yourself whenever you notice your thoughts getting distracted. Acknowledging the types of thoughts you're having, and then redirecting yourself back into the here and now. Again, noticing that you are in this moment and you have nowhere else to be. Give yourself permission to rest. Finding gratitude for this moment. It's so easy to take for granted the fact that you get this day, that you are in this moment. So let yourself really absorb how amazing it is that you are alive, that you have this day. Even when things are hard, even when you don't feel well, when you're in pain, remembering that at the core of it all, we are so lucky to have this life, to get this chance to experience what it means to be on this earth, to be in a body, to see and absorb all of the beauty and all of the magic that we can while we are here. because we have a choice, even though sometimes it doesn't always feel that way. There are always going to be challenges, and things won't always be easy, and you know that. But in our minds, we get to choose what we let in and what we allow to hurt us. So we can choose to stay stuck in that pain and let it shape us. Or we can choose to be grateful for what we have. We can choose to acknowledge that the dark is part of the light, that they come as a package, and that we are strong enough to handle anything that comes our way. You are strong enough to overcome any challenge. And if it doesn't feel like that's true, that's okay. You don't have to believe it for it to be so. But I want you to know that you are in charge of your own reality. Nothing can get inside the fortress of your own mind except you. So you get to choose which thoughts stay and which ones are going to try to let go. The thoughts of criticism, the thoughts that make us feel defeated, the thoughts that let us focus only on the negative are not helpful and they're not true. So I want you just to become aware of them. What is it that comes up for you? Now, once you acknowledge those thoughts, once you find them, I want you to turn to those thoughts and say thank you. Thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I don't need you anymore. Thank you, thought. I acknowledge that you are trying to help me, to protect me, to keep me safe, but I don't need you anymore. Now, I want you to start to imagine how you do want to feel. What is the energy that you want to embody when you end this practice? I'm going to invite you to think of one word that describes the way you want to feel today. What is the energy that you need? It might be that you need confidence or patience energy. Maybe you need to feel loved and supported by yourself. So pick one word. Don't overthink it. And with that intention in mind, we're going to take a really big inhale in through your nose. Hold the breath at the top. And then open your mouth, exhale, and sigh that intention out, giving it over to the universe. Trust that it will find its way to you. Try to relax your body even more. And for the next few minutes, I'm going to stay quiet. Allow yourself to be in this moment. Nothing but space and freedom. Letting yourself enjoy this moment. I want you to notice how good it feels giving yourself this time, this permission to slow down. It's something that a lot of us don't tend to do often enough. Now, as we get ready to head back into the rest of our day, start to deepen your breathing one last time. And maybe introduce some movement into your body. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe circle out your wrists and ankles. And start to allow yourself to fill up with energy, with enthusiasm, and with whatever your intention was, whatever word you said that you needed today. Calling that into yourself right here. Let yourself fill up with it. Start to feel that energy all the way from the top of your head down to your toes. Let yourself feel supported by all that is, by this community here in our meditation session. And most importantly, held and supported by yourself. Trust that you will do your best to show up for yourself today. To show up just like you would in a relationship. To love yourself. Be kind to yourself. And to give yourself whatever it is that you need. We're going to end by bringing your hands together at heart center. And we'll take one last breath together to close our practice. So on your next inhale, take the deepest breath in that you possibly can, filling up all the way from the bottom to the top, breathing in deeper and deeper and holding that breath at the top. Let yourself fill up a little bit more. And then open your mouth, exhale, and sigh all of that breath out. Let it go. Honoring yourself and honoring this time. Thank you so much for joining me. Bowing your head down to your hands. Namaste. And whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Take some deep breaths in. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today.